Let's talk about compose in this section. I love to use compose principle in all my React components. I always looking opportunities to simplify the code with compose. To demonstrate that compose, I'm going to use a stack view component. A stack view is simply, as the name suggests, it's a stack. It has a header, it has a footer, and it has a content. So as you might guess, the content is a React children. So you can pass in whatever you like. For example, a image or blog post, and it could be a composed structure like a sidebar on the left hand, and then an image in the middle, and then there's another sidebar on the right. It's a pretty generic component. And for the header and the footer, they are all static. So for example, the header normally has a bunch of menus, and for the footers, there are some external links like social media and other like legal terms and condition links. The code is pretty much like this. So the stack view itself only accepting a children, which could be anything again, and there is a header and a footer around it. The header is nothing but a home and the about menu inside the on the list. The footer is only linked to other external pages. So for a few more pages, they want something more than these two static links. So they want, in some cases, they want a third link, which is a profile. But the profile is only shows up when you pass in a show account, when you pass in a show account flag. So when the show account flag is turned on, it's like if you pass in the show account true, it will have the third link that will navigate the user to the profile page. And so we made some change to the stack view to make it support a show account flag. And then we passed in the show account right to the header component. But soon there is another requirement. We want to show the avatar when the user logged in, and also the show account is true. So we have to put some logic there as well in the header. And also we need to pass in the show account and avatar to the stack view. Even the majority of the usage of stack view doesn't require a show account and avatar at all. So we have to make it optional to make the type check happy. So as more and more properties adding to the stack view, the stack view will have a very long property list, and the condition, and some of them are used in the header and some of them used in the footer. We don't want that to happen, because that will make the stack view super difficult to maintain. So how about instead of passing these properties through into the header, we create the header outside the component and then pass the whole header into the slot. By saying that, I mean we can create the header outside. For example, in the home page, we create the header, and header has its own properties like a show account or not, show avatar or not, whatever. And you can add as many properties as you want to the header. But for the stack view, you passed in the headers through a header properties. So that makes your header here fully customizable. And the point here is the header itself is decoupled from the stack view. And similarly, we can move the footer out as well, just like so. So you can define your own footer in the home page and then pass it in as a property to the stack view. The reflected stack view then doesn't have any knowledge about whether it should show account or show an avatar or links or whatsoever. It will simply maintain the layout of the stack. Like it will making sure the header always showing up, and the footer will be always in the bottom of the page. That way we split the responsibility entirely and make the stack view fully composable. This is a good example of how would you decompose a component first and then make it composable again. So in here, in the header, you can pass in even an image or with a logo, and even a component from a different design system. and the footer at the same time. You can decide even not pass it in, that will run nothing. So it will be a header and the content only stack view without any footer. And that's the most beautiful part of the compose. that is the most beautiful part of the composability. And I would encourage you as a developer. I would encourage you as a React developer looking for all the opportunities to making your code much focusing on the main business of the component, and then try to outsource all the unnecessary part to plug in, and you can pass it in, and then pass it in as a whole. And that way you can maximize the flexibility of the component.